Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, She's 40 but swears young men want her. Let's get right into it.
When you're younger, you want to date older guys. And I'm not saying when you get older, you want to date younger guys, but when you get older, only younger guys want to date you. It's the wildest thing. Literally, guys will DM me or want to take me out, and I'll Google them. I'll be like, you're 22 years old. Like, what? How? Like, how does this work? But like, so confident, so like, I want to take you out. I think you're amazing. And I'm just like, what's the cutoff? Like, I don't know the cutoff. I'm just saying, what is the cutoff?
No, it's a real thing.
But okay, but we got to go back. Okay. We'll get to that next.
Yeah, because we do have
But
to talk
I don't
about
get
that.
what this thing is like.
No, it's a real thing.
The older you get, the younger the guys get, and it's wild.
So Lala Anthony was saying, hey, all of a sudden, young dudes is in my inbox. Now you hear Tracy Ellis Ross saying that. You're hearing Amber Rose saying that. Now, once they start talking like that, that's down bad, okay? And let me tell you why. Once you're a woman and you get to the point where you had a guy who was the truth, and then all of a sudden you leave the guy, you get back on the market, and all you're getting is Y-end, that's kind of like going to the Raiders. It's like going to the Jets, all right? It's like, you know, you're going, your career is about to be over soon. And so Lala Anthony was experiencing that. Allegedly, she was dating some young actor, you know, and wasn't nobody really checking for her. She went and got, I think, another BBL, you know, Carmelo.
She got mad surgeries, like, to her face. Like, we don't even know. Lala Anthony doesn't look like what she used to look like at all. Like, she was just a regular girl. These girls get surgeries, they hook up with NBA players, and all of a sudden they think they're top-notch cooch, right? They think the cooch is top-notch. And it's impressive to me. It's amazing to me. And it's also, what is also amazing to me is that older women now are starting to follow just like older men. Now they want a younger partner, right? Older men are known for going for younger women, and we were shamed for this. But when a woman does it, it's okay. And she's like, oh my God, all of a sudden, all these young men want her. They don't actually want you. They just want to smash. They want the story. They want the bragging rights to say that, oh yeah, Carmelo Anthony's his girl. Yeah, she was, you know what I'm saying, slurping and burping. That's what they want. I don't know why older women think men genuinely want them. Even when you're younger, men don't generally want you. They just want to smash. They just want to score. But so many women, they let the male gaze get to their head, and they make them think that they got all these options when really these are all these opportunities to have F-buddies. That's all it really is. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly, you just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
I mean, obviously, she's already older than Carmelo, so he was able to move on, but her, not so much, okay? Then there is a situation going on right now, allegedly with Yo Gotti. Okay, so Yo Gotti, Angela Simmons, and Lala Anthony. This is a big cheek clapping situation. And Tasha K broke out something that I had no idea about. Again, like, I report on the news, but Tasha K is much more like, she got people on the streets calling and all of that. I don't have it set up like that. But this is what Tasha K said about Lala Anthony's cheeks.
He was fucking Lala, the same fucking guy, bro. Like, I like you, girl. You barely even make my show, okay? But wine is wine. And the only reason I reached out to that man, I'm not gonna give him any clout. I'm not gonna post your address. I know that I know they are currently trying to get a stalking case put on the guy, and I wasn't going to platform the guy at all. I just wanted the information, and it wasn't. He said that he had saw Gotti in his trucks outside of your house. At the same time, you know, he was with Angela Simmons. I said, so we got a message from Miss Lala at 2 o'clock in the morning. Why no? Lala says, hey Tasha, it's Lala. Hope all is well. I'm reaching out to you directly because the man who lives across the street from me that you reached out to is causing a lot of problems and an extreme safety risk for me and my son. He exposed my address and where we live and made all kinds of false accusations because I've never even met or seen him a day in my life. Really crazy. Police and authorities and lawyers are now involved. I just ask, please don't add fuel to this one because I'm a mom and I'm concerned for my safety. I live alone with my son. Hope you can understand and respect that. Not sure if there's some mental health issues with him or whatever. And I said, noted. Okay. And then she said, thank you, Tasha. This came out of nowhere and he has been extremely stressful and scary. Hoping to have it resolved soon. I said, I got you. Take care. But I ain't say I wasn't going to spit a wine about it because he said it was Gotti trucks lined up outside of that house. So I literally had to make a call. I was like, yo, is this true? And they was like, yeah, like, but she's not the type. Ever since Carmelo, had 3 babies on her, she ain't trying to pop out and be with nobody publicly. Like when she was with Lil Baby, nobody knew about that.
So again, I saw people in the comment section really berating Tasha K for reading that out in the public. You got to know if you DM Tasha K, she gonna probably read it out. Her neighbor across the street was saying that, hey, Yo Gotti's truck was over there. He was clapping cheeks and the dude was putting out Lala Anthony's address and she lives there with Carmelo Anthony's son and all that. But then Tasha K said something that's interesting. She said, well, I don't know about that one, but she was definitely getting her cheeks clapped by Lil Baby. Okay, let's look at it in this direction, man. On the one end, I've met a lady who's been married before and been divorced before the age of 30. And so after being married for 10 years, 5 years, maybe you just want to get your cheeks clapped. And that's it. Like, look what's going on with Cardi B and Offset. Is Offset really that serious about Cardi B? I'm not sure, but they're entertainers. They live a booty clapping style, type of lifestyle anyway. So when you're living that booty clapping type of lifestyle, it don't really matter sometimes. It's just clapping everywhere. You don't mind if you guys are doing the 3 SU1s together with chicks and you got the pink Coke out there and you're high.
I don't know. I just think, when I look at this and I think about women over 40, because I believe Lala Anthony, she's like 43. And we know Tracee Ellis Ross is in her 50s. And it just seems like, and all the women say that, like, men their age don't want them. And I don't think younger men want them either. I just think they want the story. Like, again, like, so many women conflate sexual desire for long-term commitment. Like, these men don't actually want you. Like, it's just so interesting to me because it's so obvious, but maybe because, I'm a man and I'm logical, I'm rational, but I don't know what is the appeal of older women. If she had to honestly be honest about that, is it the money? You think man wants money? Y'all think the man wants experience? I mean, for the most part, older women, they're used goods. If you understand that men value purity and youth, and beauty, you have to understand that a lot of older women don't have any of that, right? Like, if you got a bunch of surgeries, you don't have genuine beauty. Your beauty is plastic. If you have, if you're older, you've been through the ranks, right? You've had kids, you're not the same. Your body goes through changes. And I understand and I sympathize for women in that way, but I just don't. I think it's so interesting to me that women refuse to believe that they lose value on a dating market. I think they constantly gain value as they improve their lives. Like, I recently, and I posted this on my community post, I had a girl, she was 35 years old. She rejected me, okay? Realistically, if I talk to an older chick, I don't really try to seduce them, win them over. Like, when I talk to a chick that I really want, I'd be cooperative, I'd be attractive and shut up. Like my ebook, I'm just attractive and I shut up. I don't say too much. When I talk to an older girl, I screen her to see if she's even worth my time. I screen her. I want to make sure that she's worth dealing with. If she's not, then, I let her go. I don't try to impress her, blah, blah. So me and her had a conversation, me and this 35-year-old chick from Queens, we had a conversation, and I kind of drilled on some real stuff. Because if I could tell that she's a feminist, I don't want to be with her. And she's a feminist, we had a conversation, so I knew that it wasn't going to go well, right, afterwards, right? So anyway, long story short, she texted me back, and she's like, oh, well, like a few days later, like, oh, we had plans to meet up, right? And she's like, oh, I'm not interested in, I'm sorry, I can't make it to our plans. I'm not interested anymore, right? And my response to her is, you're lost. When I said you're lost, she got so triggered. She got so mad. She responded. She was like, oh, well, you have to make 1,000 more YouTube videos to be on my level and at my level. And in my mind, I'm like, what man would prefer a woman over 35 than a successful YouTube channel? Like, my YouTube channel, whether she tries to make fun of it or not, first of all, I have almost 1,000 videos on my channel. Second of all, this is a business that's going to make me a substantial amount of money, and it's a career for me. Why would I want a 35-year-old woman over that? That's one. Two, how do you feel like you compete with a man in his prime who's successful and you're in your decline? Like, she thinks that, and a lot of people stun on YouTube because a lot of people don't understand that YouTubers get money. The money that she's making in a year, I'm going to make in a month. So she's banking on the fact that, I may never make it. And whatever she thinks, I never gave her my exact YouTube page. She doesn't really know my YouTube channel that well. She just knows I'm a YouTuber. But I say this to say that, her assumption was that she still has a lot of value because she earns a good money, makes a good living. Mind you, one of the reasons why I wasn't that interested in her because she's her age and she wasn't that attractive. She's like an average looking girl that thinks she's something because of her income. She doesn't have a car, so she can't drive to Jersey. I'm from Jersey. She lives all the way in Queens. It wasn't that interesting to me by entertaining it because, I make a channel. I run a channel about dating, so I was like, this might make for good content. And that's exactly what it did. It made for good content. It helps me understand the warped mind of a woman in her 30s. So I say all this to say that, like, women have no idea what makes them valuable on the market. And they assume that all attention from men means that they're still desirable and they still have options. And so for this girl to reject me, she clearly thinks that from 35 on up, she has a lot of options that are going to come her way and she could be picky and choosy. Mind you, she really can't qualify for me to begin with. That's the honest truth. You know what I'm saying? Some people are saying, she rejected you first. There's a reason why she rejected me because I didn't simp for her. I'm not going to simp for her. I talked to her. We had a real conversation. I talked to her about real stuff. And she was talking about how much she loved Love Island. Oh, my God, I love the show Love Island and this and that. And we were talking about that. And I met her over the dating app, The League. And then she was talking about how, like, like she's just obsessed with that show. And in my mind, I'm like, this girl's a loser. Financially, she might be successful. She might have her own job. She might have, a decent place. But she thinks that now she's top-notch shit because she has money. Ladies, money don't make you poppin' as a woman. This is why if you're Lala Anthony, you're famous, you got money, men your age don't want you because you're not it. They want desirable women, but you're not desirable even though you're famous and you have money. You know what I'm saying? Beauty and youth is something that women have. That's what gives them leverage. But money and fame does not give a woman leverage. So it's just interesting to see that no matter how old, what position a woman is in her life, she believes if she has money, status, or any kind of professional success, she's valuable in the dating market. And it's so far from true. I'm just trying to figure out when are they going to ever realize that.
And everything's okay. So we can say that maybe she just wants her fun. Maybe she never wants to get married again. That could be it. Or here's the second opportunity that we got to talk about. Maybe you can't get married again. And I've seen so many cases where women at one point want to get back into a serious relationship and then you can't, okay? And this is important for many people out there in life, not just women, but men also, is just because one person valued you a whole lot at a particular time, it doesn't mean that somebody else, will take you seriously. And the only way that somebody takes you seriously is you gotta have something to offer. And when I see Amber Rose, I see Lala Anthony, I see Tracy Ellis Ross, I see Tia Mowry, I see ladies who feel like they think they have a lot to offer, and I don't see anything wrong with how they look, but I feel like you're not willing to put what's necessary out there or learn from your mistakes to get the kind of man you want, so then you justify it by dealing with dudes who are just gonna pass you around and say, I hit that. And that's being the number one chick to being one of many. And I see it happen all the time. And I see when women can't get the kind of guy that they want, they kind of justify, I don't want nothing seriously, no way. I got opportunities if I want, I just don't want to choose them. I met a chick like that on Facebook. She had some huge, I'm talking about some tiggos, right? Like huge. And she was like, I got dudes on me. I'm like, do you? She was like, hell yeah, I got all these dudes want to do X, Y. I said, really? And you looked at all the dudes that was in the comment section, dudes that was dusty, dudes that had no teeth and whatever. You know, it wasn't like no dude that was really trying to like take her seriously. And I don't know, I think she's still on Facebook. Now I'm gonna go check, but she definitely was thick. She gotta be in her 40s. But not nobody that really want to deal with you seriously. Okay. And the reason why it wasn't because she didn't have those tig old bitties or cheeks. It was you never adapted to what somebody wanted. So then when you don't want to adapt to what somebody wants, then you know, you just down bad. You just become down bad all the time. And so then don't nobody take you seriously. Then now, like, you left your husband and y'all divorced, and now you just somebody else side chick, and it becomes, oh, you hit that? Yeah, man. For real? Me too. Really? Yeah, I hit that. It was easy. So you start finding out, like, if you got Anthony, the wife you love for so long, all of a sudden, oh shoot, this girl got a baby now. All of a sudden, you clapping it up. Like, all of a sudden, this is what you're doing now. All of a sudden, you're down.
That's what I'm saying. They leave their husbands for bad information. She found out. I understand why Lala Anthony divorced Carmelo, right? She divorced him because he went and had babies on her. But why do you think he had babies on you? Because he had other women he could smash. Because he's Carmelo. His value's still growing. He could get a younger girl now. Girls are still throwing themselves at you. He could replace you, and you're thinking to yourself, oh, these girls are not even as famous as I am. They're not as cute as I am. Whatever your excuses are, you probably think you got something they don't got. And I understand that. Now, look, I'm going to show, I think I found, this is what Lala Anthony used to look like prior to the surgeries. So this is her in her regular stage, right? She's kind of Wendy Williams, kind of, you know, genetics, right? Big upper body, skinny lower body, no thighs, no nothing. I think she's Hispanic. Then she got with Kim Kardashian surgeon, and look at her now. But she thinks that this is who she really is. And she thinks that men are going to value her because she looks like this, but we'll have fun with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying no one's going to hit. We'll hit it, but we know it's not authentic. When a girl's authentically curvy like this, and trust me, there's women that are just like this, that's when it's impressive. If you get a surgery, I don't understand women get these surgeries and they think they can fool us. You're not fooling us. I'm sorry, baby, you're not fooling us. And then it's so fascinating how deluded the modern woman is. Okay, you understand that beauty is important, but you don't look at it natural beauty. Oh, you don't think you need natural beauty. Okay. You understand that money and status gives a man value on the marketplace because women want a man with money and status. But you assume that men want a woman with money and status. No, we don't. We'll smash you, yes. We'll say we'll lie to you. Oh, yeah, I really want to be. They're going to lie to you. They're going to pretend like they want something serious with you. But deep down inside, they just can't wait back to, literally, and it's really all the ego. They just can't wait back to get to their home and say, yeah, I was effing this baby mother. Like, think about the Diddy case with Diddy and 50 Cent. Back in the day, 50 Cent made a diss song to Diddy. I can't remember what the name of the diss song was. But he was talking about, oh, don't let me tell the world what Misha told me. So maybe Diddy, 50 Cent and Diddy's first baby mom had a little something going on, right? That's Justin's mom or whatever. Now, flash forward to the future, 2020, 2021, Puffy got 50's baby mother, you know what I'm saying, doing freak offs and stuff. You feel me? Having other men smash her and all types of crazy stuff. And now it's all public. And now 50's son got to see all this and deal with all this ish. Men, we do it for that reason. He didn't really want her like that. He didn't really want her. Yeah, he going to trick on her a little bit, put money and blah, blah, but we actually more want we more concerned with defeating our competitors. You know what I'm saying? It's the egos, our ego. We'll smash you for ego. We're not smashing you because you're a serious baddie. The makeup, the surgery, the fake hair, you ain't faking. The only person that believes your lies is you. You're the only person in the world that heard every single lie you've ever told. You're the only person. So you think you could fool people because we don't know all the lies, but we could see all of them. We could see them. So, shout out to all these snobby 40-year-old women and older who think that because they got a good surgeon that they're so desirable, right? That no one knows the history of what they used to be, right? And it's funny enough, you're younger in these other pictures. You're younger in these pictures, and this is actually when you're in your prime. You're not in your prime, and you might feel like you are in your prime because you look a certain way, but you got a lot of mileage. You got more miles than that blue Ferrari behind you. You got a lot of miles, baby. You've been through something, And hey, if you're gonna continue believing the lies of men who want to sleep with you tell, then believe it. But I'm trying to tell y'all the truth, and this is why people don't like me. You know why people don't like me? Because I tell the truth. You know why me and that 35-year-old girl we didn't get along? Because I was telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? When she was talking about men this, men that, because that's the kind of conversation we had on the phone when I was talking to her. She was trying to make fun of men and, oh yeah, men are losers and this and that and da-da-da. And I was like, I was mainly talking about how the fact that there's a lot of men that have value got a lot more options than women that perceivably have value when it comes to professional success. And she probably didn't want to hear that. She wants, a lot of these women, they want a man that's going to have the same worldview as them, the same simp view. The only men that have that are losers, are simps. Those are the only men, and that's what they want. They want a rich, successful simp that's going to make them seem like they're number one, put them on a pedestal, and shout out to Laura Sanchez. She got that with Jeff Bezos. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Amber Heard. She got that with Johnny Depp. There are some wealthy simps that don't know their value. There's some wealthy simps out there. This is why you should never give your strength onto a woman and the things that destroyed kingdoms. That's in the Bible. Never give thy strength onto a woman and the ways that destroyed kingdoms. Okay? Your leverage, your resources, your power. Never give it to a woman. It's in the Bible, y'all. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos. And I'll see y'all over there.